was one of the worst Super Bowls that I've ever witnessed. But the halftime show,
Oh.
one of the best halftime shows that I've witnessed. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
So you feel like it's one of the best. Let's talk about it.
one of the best. Hey, mustard on the beat. Crip walking with the white people. Samuel Jackson on the beat.
What you said? I heard they gonna sue.
All that shit. So put it like this. All right, 1 out of 10. What would you give the performance?
Personally, 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, personally, 10 out of 10.
Then I mean, 10 out of 10. I mean, does anybody else get a 10 out of 10? Because 10 out of 10 is perfect.
I would give Michael a 10 out of 10. I would give Beyonce a 10 out of 10. But the way I would give out the 10 out of 10 for Kendrick is probably different reasons as if I'm rating everybody else. That is a fact. But personally, 10 out of 10. As just a Kendrick fan, as somebody who goes to concerts and goes to performances, I would definitely rate it maybe like a 7 out of 10.
So now you're changing it.
7 out of 10.
You just said 10 out of 10.
No,
Hold
no,
on,
no.
whoa,
I said
whoa, whoa.
10 out of 10 personally. But as a fan, as somebody who goes to concerts and when you're expecting certain things, 7 out of 10. I have
So which is it?
I have two different views.
Okay, so
It's just not true.
okay, so 1 out of 10 on his performance. What do you give it? Do you average them out?
I'll average it out then. We'll say 8 out of 10. I'll say 8. 8.5. Because I said 10 and 7. 8.5.
Okay.
Okay.
Now can you explain more?
Okay. So, as a fan and as somebody who loves Kendrick, I love that he's always able to put 1,000,001 messages in one thing. Like, you kind of have to watch it all to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
I love that there's always subliminals that you will always catch, always keep finding, and so many things that's always pointed out. I think that shit is deeper than rap. There's not a lot of individuals or artists that really takes the time to send those type of messages and do it like in such a graceful way. So I appreciate that. And it's Black History Month. You know, it's a lot of shit going south for Black people right now anyway. So it was just nice for him to just say fuck it and do what he do. It was a lot of things in the show that I enjoyed. From the flag to the PlayStation to the Squid Games to the American flag being broken apart to the man who got kicked out from rolling that fucking Gaza sign, saying Free Palestine. It was a lot of things that I just loved. Like, I was here for all the niggatry. I'm not gonna lie. How you feel about it?
No, but like you said initially, like the messages that he does, it's all great. Damn. I give my side.
Yeah.
I gotta give my side.
Go ahead.
Y'all know I love to be the devil's advocate.
We're gonna get into that too.
No, I'm bullshit. I thought the performance was great. The only reason, like everything that you said, yes. But the only reason why I can't grade it that high is because I have to be honest. The first like half of the performance it was almost as if they didn't do sound check. I couldn't hear him.
Oh.
I couldn't hear him.
What did you stream on? Because I feel like it wasn't that bad.
I watched it on cable. Where I was at, they had it on cable. So I actually had it on the TV. I heard the music more so over his lyrics. Like I don't even have too much of a beef with the track choices, with the song choices. I feel like they may have been better, but that's not too much of a demerit on my end. But the first 2 or 3 songs, I kind of felt like the sound check wasn't there. Before SZA got on, I feel like the sound check wasn't really there to where his audio wasn't the best as it could be. Without his backing vocals or not, I couldn't hear him that well. Overall, everything else, I think that was great, but the performance was not perfect to me because I couldn't hear him for the
If the audio was just a little bit better, you would have been like,
if the audio was perfect, then I feel like I would have gave it like a 9. I would have gave it like a 9 out of 10. I give it a 7 because of that. And the track list really didn't get me too hyped because it was a callback to the beef for the most part.
For sure.
And as you know, I'm not a huge fan of the beef. More so, I am a fan of his overall discography and catalog.
Yeah.
So yeah, I may be one of those people that wanted other songs, but that's not a too big beef of mine because he ended it with "Not Like Us" and "TV Off," which saved the whole like halftime performance. You take away everything and you keep those last 2 songs. It's still a great fucking performance, you know what I'm saying? So off of that alone, yeah, I got to give the dude his props for sure. But that was my fault with it. I feel like the sound check didn't go well at the beginning because for the first couple of songs I didn't understand them.
So I think that Well, for one, I guess I'll speak on SZA real quick. SZA did great. She did great. But I don't think she was singing live. Which is fine. We still gonna bump your music, girl. We know you can sing. I feel like she just has a raspy-ass voice, and I feel like her voice is just not as consistent as others because of the way that she sings. And that's okay.
See, now that contradicts my theory with Kendrick, because I feel like with her, I feel like
her vocals were live, but they weren't live.
I feel like they did sound check and recorded her doing it
and
through sound.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Her vocals were live, but they weren't live.
That's exactly what it sounded like. People are saying, "Oh, it's live." That's her. That's SZA.
Like it's live.
She's cool. She's cool. But as far as live performing, you can hear a live voice.
It was too crisp.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It didn't sound like she was doing that choreography. When you're doing choreography, you can hear it
the
in your
breathing
singing.
and the
you can
cadence
hear that
and the
I can hear that. Like she sounded amazing, but it did definitely sound pre-recorded. But
that's okay because the
still her
pre-recording
voice.
was great.
It's still her voice.
The pre-recording was great. We are not complaining.
But the reason why I kind of trimmed that off because that kind of contradicts the Kendrick theory because I couldn't hear him at first, but she was perfect, which may be that reason because they use backing vocals for SZA and none with him. Like he had to just rap it straight up, man.
Yeah, because I feel like it was a decision where SZA didn't like. I feel like it was just probably like SZA just couldn't do it. Like again, she doesn't. I don't think she has that.
She a girl. Y'all think too much.
Exactly, and then Kendrick already knew what he was gonna do.
Yeah, like I'm rapping this.
So she kind of probably had a say so what she was gonna do anyway.
Samuel L. Jackson, Crip, fucking white people. My bad.
But I will say this. Why it's also not a 10 for me is because as a girl, it wasn't it was entertaining. As a fan, it was great. But as a girl, no, hear me
out. No. I love this. So now we getting real.
Yeah. As a girl,
I want to definitely give Miss props first. But yeah, let's get real.
Yeah, let's get into it. So as a girl and as somebody who again goes to concerts and loves concerts and XYZ, I just feel like for one, it was too short for a halftime show. It was on the shorter side compared to many of other halftimes. Any other halftimes are usually at least, I think there's 30. You get 30 minutes. I think they're usually at least 20 to 25. He was only on stage.
I thought it was normal. But go ahead.
It was kind of short. He was only on stage, I think, for like 13, 14 minutes. It was kind of short compared to the other counterparts. But at the same time, we understand Kendrick's not really a super dancing ass nigga. Yeah. And his set was pretty short. Another reason I also think it could have been greater, it's just that set list.
Low-key, I like JT over him.
JT?
Justin Timberlake's performance.
Oh, me too. But that's a performing ass nigga. He can dance.
Fire.
He can sing. You know
JT was fire.
That's what I'm saying. Like Kendrick is a rapper, but JT is like a performer. No. So it's just different shit that you're gonna get. And then I feel like Kendrick, like you said, his discography is really great if you really listen to him as an artist. So I really feel like he could have just put so much more into the set list. He could have took it back forward, like the same way Beyonce got on there when she did her Super Bowl and she went back and did recurrent. His is big enough to do the same thing. Like I feel like anytime you're on the Super Bowl stage, I get what he was trying to do, so I'm not gonna discredit that. But it was also the perfect opportunity for him to just make a show all about him and just turn that bitch up.
And kind of like playing devil's advocate to that because Kendrick is the type of artist to where he's kind of already solidified, and at this point, he low-key has a greatest hits catalog already, so we already know those songs. And yes, it would have been great for him to put on a show and play those songs. But I believe him, Roc Nation, the NFL, they had an overall objective to fucking shoot at Drake.
Yeah.
So
100%.
So I think it's way beyond like Kendrick entertaining the crowd because as far as entertaining the crowd that was there. Not too much.
Yeah.
But as far as the objective of shooting at Drake and just doing a victory lap and just severing his head.
Right.
Yes, job well done.
But I would have loved for him to do like a pop out part 2 for the Super Bowl. That would have been lit as fuck. I'm not gonna hold you. But I get it. I get it.
Ain't having no time for that.
Yeah.
Definitely ain't having no time for
Hell
that.
Nah, too many niggas on the stage.
Definitely having no time for that. But no, but yeah. For its objective, like I say, to just aim at Drake and just fire away at Drake, because like I say, he did pretty much all the beef related discography or anthology. You want to say that back and forth. He did those tracks, a couple other tracks. You can see, like the point in the whole performance with Samuel Jackson. You're like, calm down, you're being too ghetto, and he did Be Humble, which was the play your hits. He did that, and then he was like. So it seemed like he knew that, and that was apparent to him, but he purposely said, "Fuck that! I have an objective here.
Yeah,
I gotta
and
distract some more."
I respect the fuck out of that, considering the way the world's going right now. I respect it. Shit.
I mean,
because even though he definitely took jabs at Drake, and that was part of the reason he was there, he also did what he needed to do for us as black people, considering the way the world is right now. I fuck with it.
I honestly think, well, damn, I'm gonna say this. It's my fucking show.
Say what the fuck you want to say.
Okay, so yeah,
Y'all
I
can't
honestly feel like, because that's cool, and it's with Black History Month, and I'm not gonna say it was disingenuous, because yeah, Kendrick is for black people, but I definitely feel like he may have used that for as more ammo to diss Drake. Because within the Drake, on top of the whole pedophile shit, he's the colonizer element.
Mm-hmm.
That you're white, so remember you're white, like, you know what I'm saying, emphasizing his white side.
Mm-hmm.
So that can play in a part of it too, because that could be also aimed at Drake. But I honestly just feel like the whole performance was just I can't say a jab, but a missile shot at Drake, and it did it hit? You think it hit and sunk his battleship?
Yeah, Drake came out with a he filed a fucking, I don't know the.
From what I saw, he was performing goddamn in Australia when it went down.
Something came out the next day, because Kendrick did say Drake's name. He did not call him a pedophile, but he did say Drake's name. But I think that they said before Kendrick did it, these were the two things that you can't do, and if you do these two things, we're fining your ass. So I think he has to pay a fine behind it, but he was probably prepared. He don't give a fuck.
He don't care.
But I'm hoping after the Super Bowl we can let this shit die, guys. I am not like us the fuck out. I love the song. I love Kendrick, but let's move the fuck on. GNX is great. Let's roll with it. Let's move the fuck forward from all the beef. Drake and P&D dropping tomorrow. I also don't know if y'all know. If y'all fuck with Dejlo and Jacquees, they're dropping Fuck a Friend Zone 2 mixtape part tomorrow. That's gonna be lit as fuck, but yeah, that's some music coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. You gonna develop a new music Friday segment. That's dope. That's
but
dope.
yeah.
No, but with Not Like Us, because we're saying I've been Not Like Us out. It went up over 400% after the Super Bowl, so it's like it still got a whole nother wave to run.
Yeah. 100%.
And then with that, because this is a big debate too, because like we were saying earlier, Kendrick is a big enough artist where he has a greatest hits catalog already that he could have performed at the Super Bowl rather than playing his diss set.
So let me ask you.
Let me ask you first,
Okay,
because I'm leading up to a question.
Okay.
With that and him going that way, do you believe that he was booked this year specifically for that reason, because of Not Like Us and the diss, or do you feel like his overall catalog is what booked him with that particular venue? Because I feel like is overall obvious and apparent with the success that Not Like Us. Exactly. So I feel like it was apparent with the success that Not Like Us did, and maybe to shoot at Drake or Canada or whatever.
That much more viewers. Niggas will tune in.
Ratings would go crazy.
For sure.
They knew exactly what it would do. So I think it was a business move. And regardless of them saying no, don't play it, I think they knew he was gonna play it, and them telling him not to play it would bring more anticipation to see if he is gonna play it.
Not to cut you off, just want to add this in real quick while you speaking on it. If y'all don't know, Kendrick Lamar has surpassed Michael Jackson, who was the most watched ever in Super Bowl history by 1 million. But that's a lot considering back then we didn't have all the streaming shit we got now. So for people to really take their time and tune in, that's saying a lot.
It wasn't streaming on Tubi with Michael Jackson.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, let's say
these
numbers are definitely inflated.
Yeah,
they didn't have Tubi when Michael Jackson performed. You had to be in front of a television, and more than likely, that whole household watched on that one television when Michael Jackson performed.
Right.
It's a screen in every room. It's a device in every room. People going from room to room, got it on their phone and don't want to miss the game. In one household, the Super Bowl is probably on 6 screens. I may be inflating that, but
that counts as different. You're right. That plays a part.
May not be 6, but it's gonna be on more than one screen.
But I'll play
devil
advocate, and I'll say the NFL. The Super Bowl is a thing. Americans love that shit. So even if they're not tuned in for the show, they're tuned in for the game. So that also plays a part. That he was gonna get some type of mega viewership either way it went, just because he's doing Super Bowl. That's the point they do it.
It's beyond the Super Bowl.
That's why they don't get paid for.
It's beyond the Super Bowl. It's anything that's advertised now or that's televised. If we have multiple ways of streaming it, the units or the streams or whatever, the viewership is going to be higher because we have multiple more ways of fucking viewing it.
And even just like, for example, we could talk about the Barbs. When Nicki drop a song, these motherfuckers got their iPad, their phone, their Apple Watch. They're streaming that album on all devices. That's normal. So that makes sense. So I do normal. Get what you're saying.
And like we were saying a few weeks ago, like it's different. Like those album sales back then, we actually have to go in and purchase a unit rather than just clicking or screaming on your phone.
You had to be real life personable, not just likable on the internet.
So everyone's number is deflated. Like all these artists that's selling more than old artists, so they feel like they have more time, or they feel like they're on a bigger plateau than these other artists because the numbers say so. That's just not like, it's subjective to how you want to measure that particular metric. But those numbers are inflated just because the convenience and how we consume.
But his physical numbers also did go up. Which was that's just.
I ain't saying that they won't, but I'm saying, but what that whole argument was just in defense of Michael Jackson. Right. Y'all calm down.
Right. And I just feel like
he beat Michael Jackson. No, he didn't.
He didn't. Devil's advocate. On top of that, they making it seem, well, regardless if the stream, it was only 1 million difference. So it's just like y'all really could have kept that shit to yourselves. Y'all could have just said it was just as high as Michael Jackson. No, it wasn't that high. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't think no other fucking Super Bowl was free on Tubi. But I also feel like it could possibly be true because people like beef. Like, drama is what everybody runs to. People will tune in to drama before they tune in to some positive ass shit.
Put it like this. We both agree. Millions of people tuned in. But
not that
But we have to agree those numbers are inflated because of how fucking...
For sure, bro. You're not
wrong. Yeah. But no, there's a lot of people that were there because... us viewing it at home. Tell this nigga we here.
I got you.
God damn. Oh shit. Well, okay. So there was a lot of people that were viewing it. God, sorry.
That's me. Sorry. So sorry.
All right. So there's a lot of people, of course, us viewing it at home. We have our view of it, and we can judge it based off of our perspective because we saw it how it was intended to be viewed on television. It was people that was in the crowd, behind the performance, on the side of the performance, and had to go solely off of what they heard that they said they really wasn't into it. For us.
For y'all.
Yeah, I'm getting into that immediately now. For us, you can say we still technically the minority, so for us, we love damn near every second of it, but the majority didn't connect.
Honestly, you want to know something? It kind of makes me just a little sad that like some of the black people just don't get it. Some of them just not like, I guess, in tune enough to know what's going on with the world and understanding how important it is to have these messages and to keep, just pushing this type of content out, pushing out messages and pushing out the agendas.
Here
because,
come
like,
the coons.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like, I'm not trying to be fake woke or nothing, but like, just know your history. Like, it's just certain shit I feel like it's cool. Like, it's not always a bad thing to like put a message in the platform. Like, everything don't have to be entertaining to you, and it won't be. That's just life.
But I feel that. But even then, okay, let me play devil's advocate for the people.
That's why I said as a fan.
Cause look, exactly for the people, for the fans, for the people that understood the context for why he played those songs, for why he was there in the first fucking place. We're excluding us for a second because I want to say we like 40% of the population.
For sure.
We talking about the 60%.
Okay.
That was there for football, was a Chiefs fan.
And they
was over 60 years old,
right,
maybe.
Right.
Had no clue about this beef. Had no clue, barely even had a clue who Kendrick Lamar was. Maybe they did, but only knew him through his referenceable songs. And maybe they could have been or a little bit of that particular population could have been salvaged had he played more songs that everyone knew. Mm-hmm. So not necessarily. Well, yeah, you can say they don't fuck with us. They don't fuck with black people. But a lot of those people, you can say they didn't enjoy it just because they didn't understand what he was saying and they weren't familiar with none of those fucking songs. Yep. They weren't familiar with the fucking music.
Yep. So let me ask you this. So, is there anybody you feel like that if he wouldn't have made it so Kendrick, I'll just say he made it very Kendrick. Kendrick is Kendrick. But is there anybody that you feel like you wanted to see that he could have brought, or is there any songs that you really wanted him to perform that he didn't perform? Like, what did you want to see? Like,
I mean, I definitely have an answer to that, but my idealistic answer is far from reality because that's the total opposite from our reality. Because these niggas are beefing. I want to see them perform Poetic Justice.
oh, you want to see Poetic Justice?
Yes,
Really?
him and Drake. Yes,
Oh, they do got a. Oh,
that's him and Drake.
Forgot.
That's one of the. Oh my God, that's one of the fucking best songs
so
ever
you
made.
think they should have ended the beef and just put that shit out there?
I'm not a fan of the beef at all. I'm a motherfucker that wish the beef never happened. But from the beef came Not Like Us, so you can spin that how you want. But no, I'm not a fan of the beef at all. Or if it is the beef, let it, you know what I'm saying, just be a quick sparring session. But we really don't hate each other. We can still make great music. That's why I stand on it at the end of every day. I ain't got no beef with nobody. If you got a problem with me, that's a one-sided thing. You look stupid. I'm about love and collaborating with everybody. I don't see that shit. We only here for a second. So that's dumb to me. But yeah, songs like Poetic Justice, bend down. No, that would have got the crowd like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted him to do what the fuck is it called? I can't even think about it.
I love that he like cause I'm a fan too. So I personally fuck with Man in the Garden and all them shits. But those were those songs where couldn't hear him that well. And unless you were tuned in and present for the beef to know those songs that just came out a few months ago, you like, what the fuck is going on down on these field right now? Like, so I understand why most of the people in the crowd was kind of just sitting there.
How you feel about Serena crip walking?
Ah, damn, I was hoping we can keep her out of it. Shit, I gotta go there.
No, we going there. Fuck that.
Kind of cringed.
Really?
I kind of cringed. For one.
I already know what you're gonna say, but say it.
I mean, most of the reasons. I kind of cringed. Hold on, what you think?
No. Say it first, so I can reiterate.
Okay, I cringed for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
For one, going back to what you said, because the whole thing was Kendrick plus friends. We all knew it was gonna be SZA. We're like, okay, who else he's gonna bring out? I'm thinking it's gonna be another artist. So when the Serena revelation came about, I was like, okay, Serena's the guest other than Mustard, but okay, it's Serena. Like I was like, cringe. I was let down and kind of cringe because one, she's not an artist. I thought we were gonna hear more music.
I agree.
She was just like a cameo.
Yeah. So was Mustard for real.
You know what I'm saying? So I was.
The person that was there.
So that was kind of underwhelming. So that's one reason why. Another reason is like, one, why do you care? Why do you care? No? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's saying, it makes sense that she's there because she was involved with Dre back in 2011, and he was throwing jabs at her. So now she took this time to say "F you" back to Drake and do a little crip walk to Kendrick, which I mean, cool for the show, but it's like, why you care?
I seen this exact tweet, and it was like,
quick.
Listen, and I literally immediately thought of you, and I already knew you was going to say that.
I think you know I'm going to.
And they immediately was like, it's really some hater shit for Serena to still be hating on Drake or trying to diss him, like months after, like years after their relationship. She's married with a new man.
14 years.
So like, it was a nigga who said like, that shit's lame. And I said, this is exactly what Sabo's gonna say. I already knew it.
And she crip walking to Not Like Us, Black History Month, like on some sister shit.
So,
you're married to a white man.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know this. Serena did she addressed it. Did you see her statement?
Fuck that shit. I don't want to hear her statement. Put it like this. And she shouldn't because you can't change reality. And let me preface by saying this. I'm not dissing interracial relationships at all. I have interracial people in my family that I love to the core of my fucking being. I'll kill you over them, though. They're my family. I have white family. I have family members that have been married in my family that I consider them just as family as others. So let me start by saying this. But you're not gonna tell me that Serena crip walking at the Super Bowl is just so for us. You ain't finna sell me on that because I know who she really is, bro. And I know how she talk. You heard her speak?
Yeah.
She ain't nothing. She's none of that. I mean, with saying I love you, you know what I'm saying, all your success and all that shit, but you crip walking does nothing for me because this is an ugly ass crip walk. It's like one of the worst crip walks I've seen in my life.
Damn, you ain't even like the crip walk?
What's she spelling out?
Ooh.
You got to spell out the neighborhood or some shit when you crip walk.
Heard
You
that
got to
one.
spell out something.
Right.
I mean, and this ain't no damn hate, cause you know what I'm saying. 'Cause I think the performance was great, but the revealing, the revelation of her was very underwhelming to me.
I was also say this as far as Kendrick,
And why you care?
he could have did a better job with bringing out more people, because I think he did a great job of getting his message across, but it could have even had a much impact if you would have brought just a couple of more people with you. I feel like it was a little underwhelming. Like SZA, we love SZA, but even when you brought out SZA, she was only on stage for about a minute and a half, and her vocals weren't really live, so that was kind of underwhelming. Even though she sounded great, it's just like, okay, like, bitch, you don't even want to sing for us. And then she hit a little and I love SZA, but I'm just like, okay. And then I seen Serena, and like, cool, it's Serena, like, that's cool, but it's like, where's it, like, it was all just like cameos. It wasn't enough like artistry. He ain't
got that many as far as his music. He's on a lot of people's music.
But he doesn't do a lot of features.
Exactly,
so I get what you're saying.
He's on a lot of features, but he doesn't do a lot of features.
And SZA is like his main feature person. But they didn't do half of the music they got together. That's why I'm like,
because he had to just give a taste of her, just to say that he had a guest. But that whole, we were just shooting at Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I say, aside from his solo music, the motherfuckers that he has songs with, he beefing with them.
Right.
So yeah, I didn't expect them to have too many guests, but definitely overwhelmed. I was expecting somebody like Baby King maybe, or someone else from PG Lang. Mm-hmm. I definitely anticipated and suspected that he was going to take this time to just. I thought the objective was going to be to promote PG Lang. I thought he was going to use this to promote PG Lang to the massive of masses.
Agreed.
The Super Bowl. But he chose not to, or maybe he did, because he had a PG Lang chain with the A minor. So I'm not going to say whether he did or not. But instead of doing that wholeheartedly, he more so just doubled down on the Drake beef. Which, hey, that's your career, that's your choice. But definitely, I thought he was gonna make that a PG Lang fest and bring up all PG Lang artists and introduce them to the world. Because I can guarantee you, most of them white people probably don't know who Baby King was. But you play,
If he would have played Hillbillies, y'all, I would have lost.
But you play Hillbillies in that motherfucker, you gonna introduce some shit.
Oh my!
You damn sure gonna introduce some shit.
I would have lost my shit.
So yeah.
That's what I wanted. If you would ask me if anything they didn't do that you wanted them to do, that was it. I wanted to hear Hillbillies live. So fucking bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of beef, you want to say what into this last topic? I guess for you. Okay. So speaking of beef, you also got the beef between Marlon Wayans.
I was about to say, how do you feel about Serena? Did you get?
We'll talk about it real quick. What you mean, Serena?
Because I'm saying, I gave how I felt about Serena. Did you say?
I thought it was cool. I feel the same. Like, it was cool, but like, it was underwhelming. Like, it was just a cameo. Like, I don't have too much to say on it. I feel like it was, as a girl, I think it was kind of lame, because it's like, who the fuck is Drake anyways? Whatever. But at the same time, I like a little crip walk, so it was cool. But yeah, not too much on it, honestly.
I'm sorry, I had to. Go ahead, transition.
Hell is high. Okay, y'all. So speaking of beef, we also have a